town bound.
Boop. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Angry Duck Automotive. We're in the garage this week. There is shows on, but we can't go. We've got problems. So in the middle of last week on the way in from work, I noticed that the Zephyr had developed a little vibration underneath. And as the week went on, it kind of got a little bit worse and a little bit worse. And now it's like really noticeable. So she is currently face down, arse up. And we're going to have a little look underneath and see what's vibrating. I've got my suspicions that it's going to be one of the universal joints on the back of the prop shaft. It was a little bit ropey when we built the prop shaft to convert it from Zephyr to Cortina axle. So I knew I needed one. It has lasted very well, to be fair, up until now. Obviously, now we're 2 weeks away from doing our yearly road trip up to Blue Ridge Runners. So I've ordered a UJ because I know it needs changing anyway. But we'll go and have a look underneath in a minute and find out for sure why we've got a vibration under there. Hopefully it should be an easy fix, but who knows. Okay, so the first thing we're going to check is we're going to check the rear wheel bearings. Obviously I've got it up in the air with the handbrake off and it's out of gear. And we're just going to see if there's any play in the end bearings of the axle. That feels good. Oh, I wonder what that could be. Oh yeah, I can see that universal joint's knackered. Okay, so we're going to check the other side, make sure that bit of the axle's right. And then I think I've already seen what's going on. Let's go underneath and have a gander. Okay, so we're under the car, which is good. It's quite comfy down there in a little bit of shade. But what we've got going on when I turn the wheel is this shaft is, you can see my hand's in the way. But you can see this UJ here. It's broken. It's not very bloody good anymore. So as you can see, just in this joint there, look, that cup's blown out and all the bearings have disappeared. So it's given us a bit of movement. Obviously, if we keep driving on that, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Only problem is these are what's called stacked universal joints. And back in the day, you would just buy a new Cortina prop shaft and replace the whole prop shaft with the end and everything on it. Burton Power do a kit now where you can grind these peen marks out, press the bearing carriers and cups out, and then you can press new ones in, and they give you like a kit to repair. You know, either just peen them back over again, or there's quite a lot of movement in that. Or they give you a retaining clip to put in so you can convert these to the changeable type, which is what we're going to do. I've ordered it from Burton's. It should be here Tuesday or Wednesday because I already knew that this UJ was on its way out anyway. But yeah, it's just forced my hand a little bit to get it done sooner rather than later. Everything else under here looks pretty good though. The exhaust isn't great still, but you know, it does the job for a minute. Couple of little blows, but nothing serious. But yeah, this is our major issue. So not going to be able to do anything with that until the new part arrives. Nah, okay. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. What we're going to do about that? Nothing for a minute, I suppose. So she's going to be off the road for a couple of days. But it's good that it did it now rather than with the caravan on the back going up the M5. That wouldn't have been good news at all. Eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that we've got the new merch. We've got the t-shirts now with the Angry Duck logo on the front and the back, and there's even we're trialing some spaghetti strap tops for the ladies as well. So if you want one of them, give us a comment on the Angry Duck Automotive Facebook page, and we'll be able to hook you up with that. That's we can do that. That's no problem. Unsure of the price yet. Obviously, these are just trial kind of things to see how we like them, and you know, see the quality of the t-shirts. T-shirts are really good, nice and thick. They're RTX t-shirts. So yeah, they're like workwear. So yeah, you can wear them in the garage, and you know, same as the hoodies, they're really good quality. So yeah, if you want any of them, hit us up on the Angry Duck Automotive Facebook page, and we'll be able to get some of them sent out to you, and all that kind of jazz. Yeah, so there we go. That's that. The carburetor needs a bit of a clean, but I don't know if I want to do that today, being unsupervised and all. Yeah, so we'll go on and do something else in a minute. Let's pop in the garage and have a look, see what Faber's been up to, shall we? He's been fairly busy. He's had a couple of setbacks though, and I'll show you what we mean. We got the Studebaker. You've all seen it running and stuff, didn't you? And we put coolant in it, and then one of the freeze plugs in the back of the engine was leaking. Even though they were new copper ones, one of them was leaking a bit. So Faber's had to pull the gearbox off, pull the clutch back off of it, pull the flywheel back off, put a core plug in it, make sure it's not leaking, and then put everything back together again. So there's not much visual progress apart from the fact that it's running off of its own fuel tank now. Heater core is plumbed with the water coolant pipes, and he's got a brand new master cylinder on there for the brakes. So yeah, little jobs coming on with it. Nothing visually spectacular, but you know, all these little tiny jobs add up in the end. The new throttle linkage is on there, so that's all good with the old 500 CFM Edelbrocken carburetor, fuel making happener, as our friend Derek says. So yeah, that is it's still underway, but yeah, that's how we've got so far. He's off gallivanting this weekend though, so we probably won't see him today. But he's also done a little bit of work inside. So the dashboard now and the panel hinges down so you can get to all the back of the clocks and the wiring and stuff. He's changed the steering wheel for one that's slightly bigger than the shirt button that was in there. We've managed to find that up at Retrofest at the swap meet. So yeah, he's got his Studebaker badge in the middle of this steering wheel now. It's a motor liter wheel, so it's much nicer. And there we go. We also are kind of tinkering with something else. So this is it's going to be a 110 powered rally chopper. I think I'm not sure what mark it is. Mark II. It might even be a Mark I. This was being built when these were everywhere. So Faber's been and rescued it out of a shed, and yeah, it'd be a shame to do it to one these days because they're quite a rare bike. Well, it's quite sought after, worth a lot of money. But this one was kind of done back in the day when there was loads of them around. So yeah, we're just tinkering with that at the minute, collecting up some bits and pieces, just to have something fun to ride around at the shows. I just bought this petrol tank over for it, which has got a nice little cap and everything on it. Probably take the stickers off and just have it chrome. But yeah, that's one of the little side projects that's going on in the workshop at the moment. Just, you know, we tinker with other things while we're waiting for parts to turn up and stuff like that. So yeah, that is the rally chopper. This is one of the wings for the Studebaker. Dad's managed to get some of these discs that go in the grinder, but they're like extra rough kind of Brillo paddy kind of things. They've got like a pad on them, and it takes off all the paint and stuff. So he's paint stripping these at the moment just to find all the hidden nastiness. Yeah, there's a bit there. I'll show you something really funny in a minute. But other than that, apart from a couple of wrinkles which he's going to try and get panel beaten out, there's a little bit of welding to do there on the back edge. But for the age of them, I mean, they're 1949 and they're remarkably solid. But yes, this little bit here doesn't look too bad when you look at it this side, does it? I don't know if you can see very well, but somebody's welded like a bit of rebar in there behind it, just to I don't know what just to, but yeah, it's not the best, is it? I don't know if you can see that very well because it's quite dark under there, but yeah, that's just a random piece of round bar in there. Yeah, so that's a previous repair. Okay, so we got some carburetor maintenance to perform. I've noticed that when you take the foot off the accelerator, it doesn't slow down straight away. It sort of takes a couple of minutes for the chokes to shut off. So I'm thinking she's probably a bit gummed up. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the scoop. This is just 413mm bolts underneath it. So yeah, we're just trying to get everything ready because we're going to pull the caravan all the way up to Bridgewater with it. So we need everything to be kind of right before we leave. So we've got a couple of weeks now tinkering around, just doing little jobs, just to make it, fingers crossed, so that we make it all the way up there and back without any issues. And then that will be the last show of the season for us. So then all the winter jobs kind of need to be done, and we have got a lot of winter jobs that need to be done. But I expect in the meantime we will tinker with other things as well. I need to put a new throttle cable on this as well, because the throttle cable's got a bit, don't know if it's got a bit hot or something, but it's not very happy inside of its sheath. And the scoop could do with a bit of a polish. I think the old engine is breathing a bit, but I'm surprised it's lasted this long, to be fair. Considering it, when we got the engine it was C-solid. I'll just give it a little quick rebuild. I need a spanner for the next one. I might be able to do that with a ratchet as well, to be fair. Carburettor's in the way. Oh, it's getting warm out this side. I should have turned the car around, really. I've been in the shade a bit, but make the most of it because winter's coming. Come on, you snitchy little sod. There we go. It comes off of there like that. That down there in the safe place, but I can kick it all around the yard in a minute. Take the filter off, the old filter tray. Give that a good blowout as well. All the best quality stainless steel nuts, bolts and washers. Just lost that washer now for good. There he is. So put a little spring washer on it to stop it working loose. Ow. And the filter tray comes off. That needs cleaned. Right, 10mm. Little 10mm to take this plate off. Oh, don't drop it down the carb. That would be bad juju's. Right, that's that off. Now, as you can see, we have a 38D gas Weber on here. And that is what makes the fuel happen. It's not looking too bad down inside it. Dad reckons there's a couple of jets inside to clean up. That one. And that one maybe. Don't know if that's mixture screws and stuff. I don't really know what I'm playing with here, to be fair. Yeah, it's not shutting off properly. All the way off. I don't know if because there's too much tension in the cable, maybe. Just a minute. Maybe it just needs a tighter spring or something, just to pull it back that little bit extra. I see. I see what's going on here. Oh, that's loose. I think it's probably more to do with the linkage than the carburetor, to be fair. Okay, so I've made a couple of adjustments to the linkage. We'll find some keys in a minute, and we'll see if that's made it any better for shutting off. If it will start. Well, that seems to have cured the throttle down problem. It was just a little bit of adjustment in the back here. Slackened the cable off a little touch and tightened up one of the things on the linkage, and that seems to have cured that. So yeah, really good. Let's put it all back together again then. There's that one. Right, let's go and blow off the filter with the airline. Because he's pretty dirty. So yeah, we're just going to blow this filter out with the airline. It's probably due a filter, but I don't know where I'd even go about getting one of these from, because this was from the States. Might need a bit more air than that. We'll just wait for the air compressor to build up, and then we've got to blow that filter out properly. I thought I turned it on this morning, but I couldn't have hit the button, so my bad. So give me an opportunity to have a little drink, a little Purple Monster Punch, my favourite flavour. And we can have a little chat about upcoming stuff on the channel. So I'm looking at getting another project, but not as an extreme as the Zephyr. I'm hoping that it'll be a recommission, do some bits and pieces and put it back on the road, and then pass it on to somebody else to enjoy and use, and save the old thing really. It was a motoring classic, a staple of British motoring. So that's all I'm going to tell you. It's British, and yeah, we're going to try and resurrect it in the future. So look out for that on the channel coming up. Like I said before, we've done our 3,000 watch hours. We're well on the way to heading towards the 4,000, but we are really struggling for the subscriptions. So if you're watching and you're enjoying the stuff, just go hit that button for me, mate, because it does help the channel out. With the new rules that are coming in for YouTube, it's going to make it very, very difficult for small channels to actually make it up to the targets that they want. They pretty much, at the moment, if you get your 500 subs and your 3,000 watch hours, you can open up like the memberships, super chats, blah blah blah, when you do your lives. But you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time to get sort of like ad revenue. So to reach that, it'd be lovely, but you got to do that within 12 months. And we've done the 3,000 watch hours, but we haven't anywhere near 500 subscribers. I think I'm on 398 at the minute. So that target, I've got 3 weeks left until my 12-month period from when Angry Duck Automotive is going to be 1 year old. We've been doing it for nearly a year now. and it's doing really well, to be fair. I'm blown away by the support, but obviously with YouTube moving the goalposts for everybody, all the small creators are going to suffer. So yeah, if you're watching and you like the stuff that we're doing here, just please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. You know, it's completely safe. You're not going to get hacked or anything like that. All they ask for is your email address, and you can log into your account, and then you can subscribe to all the tubers that you watch. Just to help them along, because obviously if there's no subscribers, then there's going to be no more YouTube content creators, and you know, it's going to be not very good for everybody, you know, including myself and a lot of other small creators. So if you watch your mates and you watch you know, any channels that are small, please support them by just hitting that subscribe button. It does help massively. It tells YouTube that people are interested in the stuff. It tells the algorithm to push it out to more people that are interested in the stuff that's being done on, you know, whoever's video, whether it's mine, whether it's an Urban Explorer's video, whether it's a cooking video, craft video. You know, all these small guys are struggling to hit these YouTube targets. So yeah, please, if you're watching people that you like, hit the subscribe button, support them along, you know, and it helps out massively, and it gives you a bit of, you know, it's worth doing. Do you know what I mean? It gives you that sense of achievement where, you know, people are enjoying it, and I get a buzz out of it. I don't know about any other creators, but yeah, it really makes me happy that people enjoy the stuff. So yeah, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the buttons, and that goes for all the small creators that you may watch. You know, they're all struggling. You know, nobody's making any money out of it really, apart from the ones that have got millions and millions of subscribers and have like 6 million views on their videos and stuff like that. They're doing all right. But even guys that are monetized, that are you know, getting a few hundred views a week on their weekly video, you know, they're making probably 30 quid on a video. So, you know, it's not a huge amount of money to be made, but it does help along the way. You know, people think that YouTubers that are doing well are minted, but you know, I know a few people that have been monetized for a couple of years, and you know, it barely doesn't even break even with what they put into their channels. So yeah, if you can help them by subscribing, yeah, like I say, not just me, anybody that's doing YouTube that you watch and that are small people just at home making stuff, or you know, doing anything that you enjoy to watch, just hit their buttons, hit their subscribes and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to rant any more about that. YouTube, you can Google what the YouTube rules are going to change to, and you can see exactly what they're trying to do. So yeah, and with that, we'll continue this video. Our blower is ready to blow. We're just going to blow this out and see what comes out of it. Yeah, there's a fair bit of detritus coming out. Quite a lot of dust and stuff. This bit must be facing the front because that's where all the dust is. It's got to have helped, hasn't it? There we go, we can probably go and stick that back on. Okay, so there we go. We're ready to clamp my head on this probably 4 or 5 times and put this back on again. So this is just simple. It just sits over the top of the carburetor like that. And then this plate goes over the top like so. And you line it up with your hole and you put your bolt in. with a spring washer so it doesn't vibrate loose. Carburetor can't suck anything in it then, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt kind of scenario. Yeah, it's a shame that UJ isn't going to come till next week, because that would have been a quite a little job today. We could have done that and we've been back on the road. But nope, she's going to have a little rest, a little sabbatical. Oh, come back here. A little sabbatical for a couple of days, and she'll be back on the road again next week. Cool, so we can put the scoop back on now. I think that's that little jobbed. So sometimes this one's a deviled out. See it? That's two times. That's only because the arse is jacked right up in the air. But yeah, you got to get these lined up, and they are a bit of a piggly wiggly sometimes. If you can get one in each corner, you're kind of laughing. I think it's in. Yeah, he's in. Bloody lovely. There we go. They're quite long bolts. Screw in, just keep screwing. Next one. There we go. Right, just need to get the ratchet on them in a minute and tighten them up. Right, and the other one has to be a scenario because it's the carburettor's in the way, which isn't ideal, but we can make it work. There we go. Tight, like a toy go. That's that little job done. Whew, it's really warm now. God, it's proper hot out there. Golly, very warm. So yeah, that's that little job done. The throttle stop seems to be stopping where it's supposed to be now. Tightened up a little bracket on the back of the linkage, which wasn't, it's got like a bolt through it, and then a little tab that you pin over the nut to stop it coming loose. So I've redone all of that, tightened it up, made a little adjustment on the cable, and yeah, I think we're good now. So that's that little job out the way. Can't really do nothing with the prop shaft until the UJ turns up from Burton Power. So the next little job we've got to do is, if you notice, this exhaust is hitting on the shock. Oops, just knocked you over there, and it makes a banging noise. So I'm going to try and adjust that a little bit, just to improve on that, by doing the bolts to the other end and try and twist it around a bit. So we've got 3 13mm bolts there, and there's one on the other side that we're going to loosen off and try and push this pipe over a bit so it clears the suspension shock absorber mount. But it's a bit of a devil to get at, so hopefully we can just slacken them off enough to be able to move that. As you can see, we are struggling for room down here a bit, so I'm doing a bit of contortionism. Hello everybody. Oh, there we go. That's loosey goosey now. Cool, right, that's loosened off, so we need to do an adjustment now to get it away from the shock. So as you can see, I'm using my foot as a lever and a wedge to keep the exhaust where I want it, and then I'm going to use my arms on the other end to do it up again. Hopefully it stays there nice and clear before I lose my grip. Nope, it's going already. Ah, bollocks. Cool. So hopefully we'll be able to do these up now, and it will stay where I put it. Ouch. I nearly whacked myself in the face then. You don't have to whack yourself in the face, but it does help. Okay, that should be gooder now. So there we go, a little bit of clearance there, enough to get your fingers through, and that'll hopefully stop it banging on the bottom of the shock when you go over bumps. Looking into getting a new system made for this, but there's only one guy I really want to do it, and that's Ed Barkett down at St Agnes. So we're going to catch up with him in the next few weeks and see if we can get a system made. So there we go, guys. That'll probably do it for this week's video. It's not been a very long one. Just a couple of little tinkering jobs, more annoyances than anything to do. So, you know, we've got to keep doing these things to keep them on the road. It's been doing fantastically using it daily. I've used it every day for the last 5-6 months to go to work and back, and used it as a normal car. So it's coping really well. It's not getting hot in traffic anymore. You know, all the little jobs like that all add up in the end. So yeah, hopefully we'll be good to go to Blue Ridge once this new UJ arrives from Burton Power. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Like I said before, if you're liking the stuff that you see, just hit the subscribe button. It does help massively. It doesn't cost you anything, and you know, you're not going to get hacked or anything like that. YouTube's very safe for things like that. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you again next week. Hopefully we'll be putting a new UJ in the back of the Zephyr, and then she'll be back on the road again. And hopefully this week we'll be looking into going and picking up the new resto project, maybe, or not resto, revival project. So hopefully that will be here in the week. So yeah, look out for that. And yeah, much love, guys. Take it easy. If you can't be good, be careful. Peace out. See you next week.